You're now tuning in to Lance Laboratory Podcast with your host, Lance Nation, where logic over emotions is the motto and podcasting is the new streets.
So in Atlanta, Georgia, a city where I'm from, there has been a series of unexplained murders within the past 5 years. There has been a few lynchings, a few stabbings, and a few shootings. Now, many people are suspected to believe that there is another serial killer on the loose. And yes, Atlanta, Georgia is no stranger to serial killers. In 1911, we had the Atlanta Ripper. In 1980s, we had the Atlanta child murders, who they pinned all on Wayne Williams, but Wayne Williams never got convicted of murdering a single child. Now in 2021, we have these cases that are unexplained, and people saying that the person who is committing the crime or the persons who is committing the crime are showing serial killer type behavior. So with this last situation, and I'm not here to confirm nor deny that there is an Atlanta serial killer because I don't know, and the police has not said anything about that, but people, the civilians of this city, are coming to that conclusion. So in Piedmont Park on 1320 Monroe Drive, northeast Atlanta, we had a woman who just recently got murdered. Her and her dog were stabbed to death. Let's go to WSB TV for the reports.
What they did to her is ridiculous. There is a monster on the loose in the city of Atlanta.
Surrounded by family, friends, and complete strangers, Joe Clark got emotional Thursday night as he shared heartfelt stories on behalf of his grieving daughter, Emma Clark, who hasn't returned to Piedmont Park since she found her partner, Katie Janice, and their pup, Bowie, stabbed to death in what family members are describing as a horrific scene.
Katie can't be seen. You can't look at her because of what they did to her. And what they've done is they put the knife in my daughter's heart at the same time.
The candlelight vigil was held at the entrance of the park where more than 100 people gathered to pay their respects to a talented woman who may have worked as a bartender to pay her bills, but to those who knew her well, she was so much more.
Now, let's stop it right there. Because as of July 31st, 2021, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution came out with another report, and it said Piedmont Park cameras weren't working night of deadly stabbing, friends say. So these cameras wasn't on, and a lady and her dog got stabbed. Now, how my mind works, I try to analyze everything, right? Okay, a person can get stabbed. A person can get stabbed. But if the owner is holding a dog, dogs aren't going to walk up to people who they typically don't know. And dogs are fast. So I'm a little confused on how he got a hold of the dog and her. Dogs are fast. Dogs will get the hell on. My next question is, why weren't these cameras working? Who is responsible for the security system at Piedmont Park? How can you ensure these citizens' safety if you can't even make sure that your cameras are working? And Piedmont Park ain't no little bitty park now. Piedmont Park is acres for people who don't know. And there's a lot of rich real estate around Piedmont Park. So why weren't these cameras working? Let's pause right there and let's back it up some. She went for a jog at 10 p.m. at night in Piedmont Park. I'm not the person here to say what she can or what she couldn't do. They say that she was just coming from seeing her wife at her job, and she decided to take a jog at 10 p.m. at night. She takes a jog, and a person finds her and stabs her and the dog. If a person got hurt and the dog, either two things, I'm suspecting, and I'm using my words carefully, I'm suspecting maybe it was someone she knew. Because imagine a dog just standing there while the owner gets stabbed and not run, and the person is able to get the dog. So I'm suspecting it may be someone she knew, or it had to be more than one person for the people to stab her and the dog. You see what I'm saying? Now let's pause right there, right? Now, back in 2016, a lot of people don't know that there was a man found hanging, a black man found hanging in Piedmont Park back in 2016. Here's what we know so far. Now, Facts emerge about black man found hanging in Piedmont Park. The black man whose hanging death in Piedmont Park sparked national outrage was a gay Midtown Atlanta. Pause right there. Gay Midtown, the woman who just got, okay. So the black man whose hanging death at Piedmont Park sparked national outrage was a gay Midtown Atlanta resident who committed suicide. They say he committed suicide. According to his own ominous final Facebook posting in which he stated, "I'm done with this life," after being gay shamed by his own family. He has been identified as 22-year-old Midtown Atlanta resident born Michael George Smith Jr. Soon after his name was released to the public, friends quickly identified him as the man who also wrote on his social media under the alias London Jermaine. On Thursday, July 7, 2016, Smith, aka London Jermaine, who wrote his final Facebook post, "I see y'all in the next life, dead ass. Forgive me, Father, forgive me." Now, pay close attention to that. I want y'all to pay close attention to that. He made a post on Facebook that said, "I see y'all in the next life, dead ass." I want y'all to pause that and remember what I just said. He made a post before he allegedly committed suicide. I want y'all to hold on. In February of this year, a Douglas County man was found dead hanging from a tree. Douglas County man was found dead hanging from a tree. I want y'all to walk with me on this. Walk with me. The Douglas County Sheriff Office said a man found dead hanging from a tree committed suicide. But his family said the decision seemed quick and the death seemed suspicious considering authorities are still investigating reports for vandalism of his car. The man is named Stephen Stiles, 43 years of age. Keaton Stiles, his brother, said he cherishes what's left of his family. With his parents gone, he said he spoke to his older brother Stephen, as often as he could. And I quote, "He was a good person, a caring person. He was funny," he said. Stephen Stiles, 43, went missing in February of 2021. The family said the timeline of his disappearance is unclear, but they sensed something was wrong when investigators found his car around February 20th. They said it was in the woods not far from his grandparents' home on Mason Creek Road in Winston. The windows had been busted out, Stiles said. He said the inside of the car was covered in mud and his ID and his wallet were missing. Not far from the car, family says, was Stiles' lifeless body hanging from a tree. The Douglas County Sheriff Office provided Fox 5 with the death report that indicates Stiles was found dead, deceased without the presence of a licensed physician, but does not provide any further detail. "It seems like racial activity," Stiles said. A representative for the sheriff office said that they don't believe foul play was involved, although they are investigating vandalism to his car. "I just don't know how they could be so quick to call it a suicide," Stiles said. When asked what made them so sure that foul play was not involved, authorities said they could not comment at that time and that the case remained under investigation. Now, I want to play y'all a small clip from the news reports from the Douglas County man found hanging.
New tonight, a Douglas County man is in mourning and seeking answers. He wants to know why a family member was found hanging from a tree. Investigators consider it a suicide.
Well, Fox 5's Alex Whitler spoke to the dead man's brother, who says he's not convinced his loved one took his own life.
Douglas County Sheriff's deputies consider Stephen Stiles' death as suicide. His family says that decision seems quick, considering investigators are still sifting through reports of vandalism to his car, and his Facebook page was hacked around the time of his death.
Pause right there. His Facebook page was hacked around the time of his death. The guy who I spoke about previous, he posted a post on Facebook that said, "I'm done with this life," on Facebook. He posted that on Facebook, and this guy Facebook was hacked. Found same way, hanging. I want to tell y'all this. if black people gonna kill themselves, they're not gonna hang themselves. That's just not something that we do. We'll find other ways, but that's not something that we do.
The only thing I can think of is, racial activity. That's not the typical way for a black person to commit suicide, to hang themselves.
Keaton Stiles says it's hard to believe his brother Stephen would end things like this.
We used to tell each other all the time that, we all we got.
With his parents gone, he says he spoke to his older brother Stephen Stiles as often as he could.
He was a kind-hearted person. He was funny, like he loved a joke.
43-year-old Stephen went missing in February. Family says the timeline of his disappearance is unclear, but they sensed something was wrong when investigators found his car around the 20th. They say it was in the woods, not far from his grandparents' home on Mason Creek Road in Winston.
And the car was all messed up. Like the windows was busted out of it. His battery was taken from the car, and the inside of the car was full of mud.
Not far from the car, family says, was Stiles' lifeless body hanging from a tree. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office provided me with a death report that indicates Stiles was found, quote, deceased without the presence of a licensed physician, but doesn't provide further details. Representatives for the Sheriff's Office tell me they don't believe foul play was involved, although they are investigating vandalism to Stiles' car.
They were so quick to rule it a suicide.
Meantime, the Stiles family says this unexpected death has drawn them even closer together.
Now, I got more information on this topic, but I still need to research it a little more. But I just wanted to bring that to you guys first, why stories are still developing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe on Lance Laboratory Podcast. Please hit that Cash App at $ Lance Laboratory. And I'll be dropping another one soon. Stay tuned.
Thanks for tuning in to Lance Laboratory, where we only challenge thought-provoking perspectives. Until next time, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.